Again, from the part where you're no longer accepting complaints from my husband.
So, and I would be very clear on this, so there is no confusion. Every time we have an
Wait,
interaction-
I need you to say we are no,
I'm
okay.
going to build to that
Okay.
point, so I'm going to say it very articulately,
Okay.
so there's no confusion. Every time we deal with your husband, that is a targeted attempt, in our estimation, for him to complain about our officers. Every time we have an interaction with him, what follows is another complaint. We have adjudicated complaint after complaint after complaint. We are not going to continue to entertain this behavior. We are not going to continue to use our manpower and our resources to focus on one person who is trying to interact with the police to make complaints. We're not going to.
You understand though, if your police were conducting themselves professionally, if they were not calling my husband an asshole, if they were not lying to both of us, we wouldn't be in this situation.
So there are other avenues for him, as I already explained earlier. He can go to the Attorney General's office if he believes we're not handling these complaints seriously, if we're not investigating them fully. He can file a lawsuit. Those are avenues to him that are legal avenues. Once we're at the point where I say you have no legal purpose in this building any longer and you are interfering with their operations and you need to leave,
Right.
At that point, he had to leave. He
But from
refused
your
to
own
leave.
admission, unfortunately, before I started recording, and that's why I'm doing this now, when you first came out here, you said that the complaint had already been filed and closed. Now, since I have articulated to you that that was not the reason we were here, not the original complaint, but it was in regards to Lieutenant Slawatiki saying that he could have hands put on him in one room, but not in the other, that made it some sort of difference. I understand that doesn't change what you're saying, but you understand why we were here for a different reason than what you originally thought. Because you came out saying the complaint was filed and closed.
Yeah, so,
But we hadn't
and
even
what
filed it yet.
What we're not doing is we're not just going to continue to do, okay, that complaint's closed, I'm doing a new complaint. Well, I don't like the way they talk to me, it's a new complaint, it's a new
Well,
complaint. it's a
so
new
here's
complaint.
the issue,
It's
though,
a drain
when-
on police resources.
I understand. When we came in here and talked to Lieutenant Slawatiki, that was on the 3rd. Okay? Sorry, that was on the 2nd. On the 3rd, and later in the afternoon on the 2nd, on the 3rd, in the morning, there was already a letter drawn up and waiting for my husband about the complaint being filed, him being verbally counseled, and a letter already typed and printed waiting for my husband in less than 18 hours. So, how does that happen? How did somebody, one, be able to file a complaint on themselves? Lieutenant Slawatiki filed a complaint on himself. Who verbally
That's not
counseled
unusual
him?
If our officer believes that
We were also
there's
trying to
going
figure
be-
out
they can
who
bring that
verbally
stuff.
counseled him.
That would have been his supervisor. So, Captain Joyce, now I can't confirm that 100% because I wasn't involved.
Exactly.
But it makes sense.
We were
that
told
it
that
was
Captain
Captain
Joyce was already off for the day. And so by the next morning when my husband